What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. And in this video, we're going to give our latest fuck reactions to Gamescom Opening Night Live. Hey guys, if you're actually watching this and you make it to the end of this video, we're gonna say thank you. Anyways, this is a pretty much in general discussion of what we thought about the event, some of our favorite reveals and stuff like that. So stay tuned. We're going to cover a lot of ground. Dylan, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, well, for sure it kept me hooked more than, what was it? Well, the last couple of showcases we did. I think they did a lot more gameplay reveals than this one, which I appreciated because, you know, sometimes, you know, when you have a trailer, you want to kind of show off, you know, the mechanics a bit, and I think they did a great job of doing that in this showcase. It feels more lived in it. It feels more for the players, right? Sure. I have a few takeaways, but I want to get your thoughts because I know you were really hyped when you watched it.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, kudos to Geoff Keighley again with another successful Opening Night Live. Of course, this wouldn't be Opening Night Live without a Call of Duty reveal of some sort. So we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Here's my hot take. Why is Modern Warfare 3 next up on the roster after Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 if it isn't supposed to be Infinity Ward? It's supposed to be like, what is it, Sledgehammer or Treyarch? I actually think, no, matter of fact, I think it's supposed to be, yeah, one of those. So it's like, I'm a little worried about Modern Warfare 3. I feel that they have some cut content from Modern Warfare 2, or they're like utilizing something to put this out so soon, because the game just came out barely. So it's crazy to see this, but I digress. So the thing they showed was, in a way, kind of like the Gulag scene from Modern Warfare 2. You know, they're like rebooting the franchise, so they're mixing and matching things. So that was pretty cool. Have you seen that trailer?
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm not like a huge Call of Duty fan, to be honest with you, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. The gameplay, it's kind of like what you... I think this is actually just a reskin of Modern Warfare 2 that just been released with some new missions and voice lines. It's really odd for this to release so soon. I don't really see people talking about it. I don't know what's the deal, or unless something big's going to happen after this. They said that they want to stretch Modern Warfare, like to go past Modern Warfare 3. So there could be up to, I think the guy said like 6 more Modern Warfares. I like the story. I kind of feel like Modern Warfare 1, the story was way more better and impactful than Modern Warfare 2. I'm hoping that Modern Warfare 3 will be as impactful, if not more. Of course, there's the No Russian scene from, or sequence from Modern Warfare 2, and this will make some sort of appearance, but this time on an airplane. So I wonder how they're going to approach that, because that's on dicey territory, and the stakes will be really high.
On the gameplay and firearm design?
No, for sure. I mean, they nail it every time now, especially with the firearm designs. I think I seen some HK something. It was like a Scorpion or something like that they were using, especially AK-47s and stuff like that. I like I think they had a side-mounted reticle sights or a magnifier for either the red dot or the holographic. So it was pretty cool, like your standard stuff, really cool. The gameplay itself, again, it just mimics exactly Modern Warfare 2. I love Modern Warfare 2's gameplay, and just the mechanics, and I do like the AI a lot. It depends on which type of difficulty are you playing on, but for the most part, I think it was a solid reveal. I think the graphics look really good. Again, I'm just really worried about the release date. It's November 10th, which is strange to me. But hey, I mean, I'm a big fan of video games and I love Call of Duty, so more the merrier.
All right. Yeah, I think, well, for me, a big takeaway was Mortal Kombat 1. I mean, we already seen some footage and trailers from previous showcases, but I think here we really got to see in depth the fighting mechanics, and I really appreciated it. It's very smooth, very, you know, flawless, flawless victory. And I think what stood out to me is the story. Of course, this is going to be like a reset for the MK universe. And I like seeing everybody's like kind of like humble origins, you know, because, you know, everybody's kind of, you know, when we think of like Mortal Kombat characters, they're like these huge, grandiose characters, but like now seeing them like from their origins, I think that's a really interesting way to reset the universe. And I think the combat mechanics are really clean, like I said, and it's really interesting too, like how they can pull different characters like during mid-fight sequences too. But your thoughts on it?
Listen, I'm just shocked to see if we did see Goro in a background in a fruit stand. That is the most redesigned thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think Liu Kang felt like, you know, you need to path of peace. If that
Shang Tsung's working at CVS or something, like a pharmacy. Or
no, I could imagine now Goro throwing fruit at people. That's like the most like craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Or unless they redesign Goro to be like this Drax character and you kind of sympathize with him or something, that'll be really interesting. But yeah, I mean, so the new members, I did see the leak. I'm not going to spoil stuff for you guys. I did see the leak of other characters, but the leak is pretty accurate. So we get a reveal of Motaro. Haven't seen that guy in years. Finally, he's back. I think he looks amazing. He is a cameo, however. Shujinko. So if you remember from the first trailer, there was they were walking out of this portal and there was this younger guy and everyone was wondering who is that? But there was some theory saying that that's Shujinko. And obviously in this trailer, we see Shujinko's like a lot more older. So something had to happen for him to age like that. I wonder what it might be. So I wonder, and we also do see Chronica. She makes an appearance a little bit later on in a different thing. So I wonder if she has something to do with time manipulation, if they're going to go down that route. Of course, we have the two lovers, Sindel and General Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn looks weird. Do you like his design?
It's different. I think I'm just so used to his iconic appearance, but well they kind of redesigned everybody, so it's weird seeing like their new designs. What do you think of also like Kung Lao and Raiden?
Yeah, no, well that's I find it really beautiful in a way, that relationship between Liu Kang and Raiden. Just now, now Raiden is gonna be more of a human character and more of an Asian character too, because he's like Asian. Everybody here is like Asian, but yeah, I mean, I love that. I think that's really cool. I think those two, it really works well because you could swap them out and they both kind of are really similar. And Kung Lao, I mean, Kung Lao's the GOAT. I heard from previous articles that he's gonna be like more of this contemporary type of, I don't know, some like weird character that's not archetypal of Kung Lao. It's like really different, but I dig it though. I really do from what I've seen so far. But yeah, those two are goated, of course, in Mortal Kombat. I don't think they'll add any more characters though. I think after this, there might be like one more surprise or something like that. But other than that, that's the full roster they just revealed. I mean, the game's coming out this month, so what else they're gonna reveal anyway? They're probably not gonna reveal anything else.
What do you think well, we have some DLC characters, of course. We, heard at San Diego. What do you expect we'll see for Omni-Man and Homelander? Let's go!
Wow, yes, I know. I am so excited. And Ed Boon has stated that these two characters will play completely differently, and they'll look very differently. I wonder if they'll do like Omni-Man is floating through the entire time, kind of like this Ermac thing or whatever, or Green Lantern from Injustice, and Homelander is just like standing, because in the show anyway, he's always like standing somewhere, like walking most of the time. And I wonder how their power sets will be. I can't wait to see their fatalities. I think everybody already thinks about that.
Gonna be crazy. Yeah, I suspect they'll probably treat them like Superman or Kara from Injustice, or maybe like Black Adam too. They're kind of like these powerhouse characters that have a lot of great combos and fatalities. So I can't wait to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But moving on, what's your next pick?
Yeah, so I'm not going to really talk about Assassin's Creed because there was just like a short trailer about that. I think we beat that game to death. It's coming out October 5th, by the way, so shout out to that. I think the most prominent thing, though, to talk about Cyberpunk 2077, its update 2.0, and also some gameplay for Phantom Liberty. And they mention how the updates or the features that are in Phantom Liberty will also cross over into the regular game, because Phantom Liberty is a DLC. So I don't know. I don't know if like Phantom Liberty unlocks a new section for you to explore. I would hope so. Cyberpunk has been pretty dry. So to add this, and it looks really promising, I think this is going to get a lot of players back. Shout out to our Cyberpunk Edge Runners review too. Check that out, guys. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's great revitalization for the franchise. I hope this kind of like spawns, newer DLCs. I'm glad to see that, the game is making a return, and, they're fixing all the bugs and everything, and it looks great. Combat looks great. Designs down to the weapons are really cool. So yeah, maybe who knows, Phantom Liberty could even spark a sequel to Edge Runners. I think that would be really interesting.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So I think I think Dylan kind of wants to talk about Black Myth Wukong. I don't know why. I just get that feeling. So go ahead. Tell us what you think.
Why? Because I'm Asian.
Oh, well, since you said it.
Well, it's been on my mind. Yeah, it was a pretty cool trailer. A great takeaway. It kind of reminded me a lot of Wolong Fallen Dynasty a bit. But it's like very like mythological in a way. There's a lot of great like Asian centric like combat games coming out. There was one that we reviewed. Oh, it was Phantom Blade Zero. Oh, I can't wait for that game. And this one too kind of like reminds me of that. And like the combat looks like really clean. And the designs look like beautiful. I can't like, I'm so like happy like so many like Asian inspired like mythology games are being produced this year and next year. But yeah, combat looks pretty clean. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, I've been tracking this game for a long time. I mean, this game has been in the oven for a while. And it had like humble beginnings as well. I just can't wait to see this finally out there. And it looks amazing. The graphics look amazing. The combat looks amazing. I mean, shit, that's like a dream come true, really, especially with these types of games. I can't wait to see like people speed run this game and try to have different tactics for the bosses, of course.
Yeah,
so,
the bosses look really challenging. I'm playing Armored Core right now.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
I suspect it'll be like a similar, style of gameplay where like you kind of have to like, it's not just like a button masher. Like you really have to outthink these bosses, which I appreciate. I always appreciate a challenge.
Sure, absolutely. Oops, my computer just froze. Shout out to Miller. Marvel Snap is now available on stream. But moving forward, here it's kind of like slim pickings or count your blessings with the other stuff that they revealed. We do have a so they did show a new trailer for Fort Solis. I have that game actually right here. I can't wait to play it once I'm not busy. So that looks good. Apparently it's like 5 hours long. I didn't even know that. So the graphics look amazing. I didn't even know it was like this full-on mystery too.
Give us a speed run of your top three.
Top
that you
three
have left.
Probably Alan Wake. I'd say that Alan Wake trailer looked pretty good. I'm excited about that. I mean, we did get a confirmation also of a release date that's in October 17th. That's such a stressful month because so much is coming out. Spider-Man, you have Alan Wake. That looks really good. We saw more gameplay from Alan Wake, the character himself, rather than the other police that they showed last time. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. I don't think there's a collector's edition that I'm aware of. Yeah, I believe there is a deluxe edition if you pre-order now on GameStop. You also have Nino Kuni. No, actually, which was also really cool is Zack Snyder actually came out to speak about his latest movie, Rebel Moon. So they showed a trailer. It's going to be split into two parts. Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, and Part 2, The Scar Giver. Each really separate. The Scar Giver is actually coming out on April 19th, 2024. But expect a review for Part 1 because that's coming out on December 22nd, 2023. That's like my top, I think. Yeah. What about you?
Well, a couple standouts to me. Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. This is actually interesting because it actually takes place in the Fourth Age, which is like something that hasn't really been explored because the Lord of the Rings trilogy is in the Third Age. So this is kind of like in a you want to say a DLC for Lord of the Rings in a way, but it takes place with the dwarves. They're taking back their home. The dwarves they're always fucking like taking back their home. There's like the Israelites of the Palestinian, like they're trying to take their homeland back all the time. But no, I think it's really interesting, and I think the idea of like crafting makes sense for this type of game. The dwarves are known for building stuff in Lord of the Rings, so I want to see like more of that. Project Mugen, I'm not gonna lie, looks like pretty cool. It looks like it adopts from like a lot of different gameplay. And it's a mobile game too, so it's really weird that they would want to go that route. But hey, it still looks pretty cool. Actually, I would love if they adapted that kind of style to like say like an Attack on Titan type of game, because that would make sense, right? A lot of like Spider-Man, inspired mechanics. So that looks pretty cool.
That looks really great.
Yeah, for sure. Lies of P, we got more gameplay. I played the demo. I'm not gonna lie, it's not From Software, but it still feels like From Software similar. I don't like how the kind of mechanics are for the weapons. I don't like having to like resharpen my blade during a boss fight, but I think that kind of lends to a different type of challenge that we've seen from from software inspired games. But yeah, I mean, I'm down for more Souls-esque games. I think they're great, you know, challengers. I'm playing like Armored Core right now, like I said. So I love, you know, challenge. And for me, finally, last takeaway would probably be RoboCop City Rogue. I feel like it's gonna be like boring really fast, but there's just something about it, just like being like a tank. It doesn't really offer a challenge to me, but I don't know, something about it, like, you know, you feel like you're like lived in the story, because RoboCop's always like a cool franchise. You know, you can revisit too, and there's something about just like shoot 'em ups, you know, that are still fun to play, right?
Yeah, the gameplay, like, yeah, it's really slow. I wonder how the balancing for power and stuff like that will be. Not that it's like some sort of live service game, but I mean, like, how much damage can you actually take? I did see some gameplay as well. I mean, the environments look pretty destructive. I don't know what the story is really going to be. I hope it's not some, I don't think it's going to be a rehash, but I also don't
I heard it takes place between, I think, the second and third movie or something like that.
Well, let's see who's the main villain, because I hope it's not some like ass thing or whatever like that. I mean, the company did Terminator before, the developers. I'm not a big fan of that game. I think they did a lot of stuff wrong with the game, but they were trying their best. So I think they could learn a lot from that. I mean, they could be like those developers that did Friday the 13th, that I think they shut down their servers recently. And now they did Texas Chainsaw Massacre. These developers can be like, okay, what's next? Maybe we could get Predator or something like that. That would be really wild, actually. I would so be... I'm going to get this game, RoboCop, but I'll be so more down for Predator. Maybe Alien,
sure.
I don't know.
I mean, if RoboCop does really well, I feel like they could just take the best parts of that and adapt it to, like, let's say, like a Predator-esque type of game. We've had a lot of Predator games in the past, but I feel like they were pretty, like, mid or lackluster, to be honest. I would love to see, like, what they would do, you know, especially with the graphics nowadays, how they would handle it.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, I don't know what engine they're using. I hope they do update the graphics to be a little bit better. I mean, we're now in a new era of, I was going to say Gen V. We're in a new era of, you know, the next gen consoles. So maybe they could work out more or whatever. Let me ask you something. So we've been covering
a hot take.
Yeah. No, we've been covering all these game events. We covered a lot, so you guys definitely check that out. Links down below. And we have been really vocal about our disappointment. And now we're reaching the end of the year. Starfield has already released. Some of the games that we've mentioned before already is out, or we got a confirmation on the release date. What do you think of, like, what do you think about the turnout this year of games?
Not disappointing, I must say, but I still want more. I always want more. I get greedy with games sometimes. You know, you just expect more, especially at the level of quality that we're at with next gen. But I must say, it wasn't a bad year. Like I always say, like I still want the developers to take their time and really like flesh out these games, right? I always say don't rush the process. But I mean, so far it hasn't been a bad year. I mean, if you think about it in terms of game, and I mean, I'm sure you're gonna play Starfield this week.
Yeah,
not a bad turnout, I would say. How about you?
To be honest with you, I'm not. The year hasn't ended yet. We still have a lot of great games coming out. I mean, this month there's a couple. You know, obviously October is going to be a big one with Spider-Man, and apparently that game's like super huge. It's like 90 something gigabytes. So that game is going to be really big. And then we also have November. Like, it's good. I'm a little disappointed with certain things. I was actually expecting Last of Us Factions would make an appearance at least in Opening Night Live. I would have been like I would go crazy.
I thought you were gonna say you're still mad about Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol, no. Well, I thought for Solis was gonna be like that. Don't even get me started. I feel bad because they actually had a lot of layoffs recently. I guess it did super bad, that game. Yeah, I mean, you know, each year comes with its goods and bads, but I think especially a lot of games we've been waiting for so long, and there's a lot of things that hasn't been confirmed yet, and it makes me a little worried because now apparently they're going to plan to unionize like developers or like actors for video game like jobs. So like, for example, the writer strike is going on with just regular actors for live action things. So now apparently they're going to do that for voice actors. Everybody has their own side to the actual, you know, controversy, but the problem is it's like, okay, after that, now games won't be produced as frequently. And it's like, you know, already some games that are produced frequently aren't that good. So like, I kind of have a feeling like if they're going to take even longer, it's probably still not going to be that good. So I'm hoping that our last event of the year that we're going to react to, the Game Awards, I'm hoping that they show a lot of promising titles that are new, that are stuff that we haven't heard of before. Exactly, and a lot of the other stuff, like maybe GTA 6, I wonder, or Last of Us, something that has to do with that, you know? So, I mean, well,
I'll tell you what, it's a good year for indies. Shit, I mean, well, AAAs are still cooking. Yeah,
yeah.
This is their year. Shit,
they're looking at all the like bigger games and like everyone going on strike. They're like that meme that looks.
They're
to
like
the side.
They're like buzzards. They're like picking up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, some indies are really good. Some are hit or miss. You know, but I mean, it's a good, you know, chance for everybody, like independent studios, obviously. But yeah, I hope Game Awards also kind of delivers some fresh IP, some that we haven't already talked about, you know, because it gets kind of tiresome to cover the same content, you know, every month. But I have a good feeling. I mean, Geoff delivers, you know, whatever that motherfucker must have like a monopoly on like the game industry or some shit, because everything he touches like turns to gold or something. Yeah,
he delivers. But I tell you what, if Game Awards isn't that good, that motherfucker will be delivering Uber Eats the next time. All right, so it better be good.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, any final thoughts you had on this game?
I just want to thank everybody if they made it to the end. I appreciate it. And, you know, yeah, we've been covering a lot of the same stuff sometimes with these reactions. There's little changes here and there and little updates for some games and stuff. What I appreciate from Geoff Keighley as a host is that he really knows how to bring in all types of like communities together, especially like really inclusive with people who have disabilities, but also A-list celebrities, and then have these games that you never knew were coming out like AAA and drop it like randomly. Yeah. So I always appreciate that. And then you have the indies and stuff like that, which is really cool. This Gamescom, honestly, it feels a lot better than other stuff we reacted to, you know? Maybe kind of similar to Summer Game Fest, but slightly
it's
better.
Keeping the discussion alive for sure. I mean, like, we talked about, you know, E3 was kind of like the death of gaming, but in a way, these showcases are kind of keeping the community more aware, you know, what's coming out and, you know, what's coming out for next gen consoles, of course. Yeah, and it's just fun to talk about sometimes, like what's hot and what's not, right?
Yeah, it's like the beginning of Facebook. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Well, that is our reactions.
He's been doing that for the past couple of reviews.
That is our reactions for Opening Night Live Gamescom 2023. Let us know your favorite reveals down below. Let us know what you want to see for the Game Awards. That's the big one coming up, I think December 8th, actually. That's really exciting.
It's only 3 months away, yep.
Ooh, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out, we've covered a lot of game showcases already. We did PlayStation, Xbox, Summer Game Fest. Plenty of content for you guys to digest. But yeah, let us know what you're excited to see. But guys, thank you so much. Leave a like, sub, help the channel out if you enjoyed our content. But we appreciate you as always. So until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.